That level's really jumped.
Yeah.
Did that hurt your levels?
No, that was Adam screaming.
Dun 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 dun. I am the Doctor, this is my section. Earth is under my protection. My planet of birth is Gallifrey. I've got 2 hearts, your life is safe. Run into the Master Raw, Missy. Come on, Alonzo. Alonzi. I am a Time Lord. No, I'm not Rick. 12 bodies of men. Now it's time for a switch. Don't look like that. I'm in great health. You were expecting someone else. Regeneration. Oh, such fun. When I say run, run, run! What's up, my boy? Peace and sanity. Sorry, moustache. Reverse the polarity. Sometimes I'm north, but always a limey. Wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey. Jump in the TARDIS, go for a ride. It's bigger on the inside. Exploring all of time and space. Oh, what's that? Exterminate. Cyberman, Daleks, baby. Would you like a jelly, baby? Time's ticking, we'd best go. A new adventure, Geronimo! I am fantastic, so are you. Best come with me. I'm Doctor Who. Welcome to a brand new episode of D4WH.
Woohoo!
I am your host. Stick with me because I control everything. I'm Adam O'Sullivan. Joined as always by my co-host. You have to be here to finish your probation. It's Nicchia Shut.
Yeah, look, I'm sorry. I'm still on probation and I'm in Canberra. I don't know what I was thinking, but...
Oh, I don't know. Always going on secondment you are.
I can't go outside because it's just thick with smoke from all the bushfires, so I'm stuck indoors anyway.
Oh yeah, in case you don't know, Australia is on fire and we're just sitting here doing a Doctor Who podcast.
Yeah, well, you know, Nero was fiddling while Rome burnt, so we're podcasting.
What they don't realise is Nero was fiddling the Doctor Who theme.
Ah.
Dun, 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 dun.
I always thought he was fiddling with himself.
That's the After Dark version of the podcast.
Ooh.
And the tone goes down.
Please welcome our guest. We had to pull him away from the karaoke buses. It's Scott Driscoll.
Hello, everyone.
How are you?
I am well.
The host.
The host, that's
right.
correct. Which makes things confusing because you're also the host.
Yes, always does.
Yes. And I'm well, thank you. I'm in the middle of moving. We're moving house from a house to a unit. We're downsizing.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
It really is, but the unit itself is actually larger than our house, which is kind of cool.
You need more space for those sonic screwdrivers.
Exactly correct.
I was just talking to someone last night about them, and we were in amazement.
Oh, my display box.
Yeah, he's like, that's out there. And I was like, I'm jealous. And he's like, yeah, but that's out there.
Out there, yeah, it is out there. It's in my house.
Yeah.
I actually decided, Scott, when I was unpacking here and putting up my Doctor Who memorabilia display that only I see because I have no friends or visitors in Canberra, that I really need one of those display things because mine just sit in a TARDIS cup. So I'll have to get the schematics from you and build one.
Okay. Funny that you say that because if you look at one of the Capaldi episodes, that's precisely how he was storing his Sonics on the desk in the university office.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know.
Did you make all of those Sonics yourself, or?
No, a couple of them are Etsy's, where someone has a cast or they've made a version of it or a 3D print.
Cool.
But a lot of them are commercially available.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought those were the...
Yeah.
But I thought you'd made a couple of them.
Well, no, there's one that is a metal replica that I got from the UK. It was very expensive.
Yep.
But most of the others are the commercially available ones, and 2 of them are resin cast 3D prints that I had to build and paint.
Yeah, wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, that is amazing.
And that's why you're here to talk about episode 1. Look, we're not going to have a Give It a D World today because I think it's going to be a long episode as it is.
Yes.
We have a lot to talk about. It's an hour special. Let's get straight into it. Our episode today is Spyfall Part 1, Season 12, Episode 1, written by Chris Chibnall and directed by Jamie Magnus Stone. Originally aired on the BBC Saturday, January the 1st, 2020.
Can I just do one thing?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, about the episode. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Squeeze!
Permission to squeeze! We start with a short synopsis. The Doctor and her fam have been called up to look into aliens attacking spies around the world. They investigate Daniel Barton, who runs Vor, a tech company with more power than some nations. When they encounter glowing aliens who can pass through solid matter, the Doctor enlists the help of former MI6 agent But as the Doctor starts to get closer to the truth, can she keep her fam safe when everything she has known is a lie?
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun!
Dun, dun. She's not really a woman.
So, what do you want to talk about first, guys?
Well, it's really nice to see Doctor Who back on TV again after such a long break.
Yeah, a whole year.
Yes.
That's just crazy to think of.
I want to talk about the actual feel of it before we get into the details. It felt really cinematic.
Mm-hmm.
It felt fresh. It felt big. You know, Doctor Who, we always say it's just a little bit cheesy or it's a little bit
low budget,
just not up to the other standards. This felt like a standard of today. It was amazing from the get-go, and I think the feel of it was fantastic.
Yeah, I think if you're wondering why they took a year off, I think you can see all that money in this first episode and probably in the second episode. For me, it feels like there's always been rumours every year that there's going to be like a Doctor Who movie directed by a Hollywood director.
Yeah.
I feel like Chris Chibnall was like, fuck it, we'll just do our own movie.
Yep.
I'll take a year off, I'll do a 2-hour movie, and then that'll be the Doctor Who movie, basically.
Yeah. So if you edit it together once the second episode's available.
Yeah, it'll be able to be watched as a full movie, basically.
And they'll release it probably like that on DVD.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, just so amazing.
Yeah. Let's just hope part 2 doesn't have models of Tonka toys driving over really crappy models of robots.
Yeah, the rest of the season is just like a toy tank in the front of the scene,
Yeah. It's all shot very dark. It's underground.
Yeah.
Well, the glowing angels, the glowing aliens take all the light, don't they? So,
Yeah, that's right.
And let's talk about the big reveal, guys. Did anyone know this was coming?
No.
No.
Look, I've been hoping that it was coming.
Yeah.
Wasn't surprised in the episode, but was surprised in my life, if that makes sense.
Okay.
And then I saw the episode, and then I was flicking through YouTube, just as you do, and the Doctor Who channel came up with a picture of the actor.
Yeah.
And the history of the character, and it's like, oh, I am so glad I saw that after I saw the episode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's something I've been rallying against for the last couple of days is spoilers. Like when Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker came out, every nerdy Facebook group that I'm part of posted a thing saying, look, don't start spoiling it straight away, let people have a chance to see it. Doctor Who, within hours of it finishing airing in the UK, even the BBC Doctor Who Facebook page was posting spoilers, pictures, spoilers, titles, spoilers. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
And you know how that would have just not worked had you known?
Yeah.
What was great about it was, first of all, I loved the character of O. I was really invested in him.
Yeah.
I thought, oh, God, he's going to die. I really like him. And then he turned from this lovely, sweet guy into this maniacal master on a dime. And I loved it.
Chewing every piece of scenery.
Oh, yeah.
I loved it when he's jumping up, down, going, I've had so much fun, and he's really into it. And he's evil and scary.
The first time I watched it, I was like, oh, that's a really quick change that happened there. But the second time, I was like, oh, it works. It's so good. And it's like you said, Nicchia, like the eyes just go from this compassionate character to full-on crazy, evil, Of course, we are talking about the reveal at the end of the episode. The Master is back.
Yes.
Played by Sacha Dhawan.
Not his first time in Doctor Who either.
No, he played Waris Hassan, the first
in
director
Time,
of
Space
The
and Time.
Unearthly Child in An Adventure in Space and Time.
Very good.
I know, when I saw him, I thought, I wonder why he's not, I didn't see him in the guest list.
Yeah.
But then I thought, oh, maybe he's not a big deal. But I knew who he was from An Adventure in Time and Space. So I thought, oh, well, I thought he and Yaz would get together. So there you go.
So did I. Well, actually, when he started getting really close to Yaz, I kind of suspected, oh, they haven't had a big reveal of a bad guy. So I thought he was going to be like, I'm going to be the big bad. But I had no idea it was going to be the Master. I just thought it was going to be a standard double cross of like, no, I'm actually the bad guy.
Yeah.
My first inkling that he was the Master was when the energy fence went up and it was in the rondel shape from inside the TARDIS.
Oh, I didn't get that.
Yeah. So the shield looked like the hexagons.
Yeah, I got that on the second watch. And the other on the second watch was also when he talks to Graham about the Doctor. He looks a little mischievous when he's saying, would you like to know more? But I didn't pick that up. First go at all. No, it was a complete and utter surprise to me. Best surprise ever. I'm sitting here at home by myself, jumping up and down, going, yes!
Yeah, I was yelling at the TV. I'm glad I was home alone. I was basically like going, oh my God, what's going on? This is crazy. Like, I loved it.
I love the flying house.
Oh, yeah.
Very Wicked Witch of the West.
The one thing I didn't like was the tissue compressor. I've never liked it. I never liked the Master with this stupid shrinking thing, and I hope he loses that.
I thought you would love that.
Oh, no.
No, I love the tissue compression eliminator. I think
When
it's
he did
great.
that, I was like, oh, Nicchia's going to love that.
Do you need a tissue for your issue, Nicchia?
Well, the second classic Master, that's all he did. He didn't seem to have any plans besides shrinking everybody. It just pissed me off. So anyway, well, maybe he's got something good for it, but I hated it.
And see, obviously the second Master was a huge nerd and he was just trying to increase his action figure collection.
The episode is dedicated to the masterful Terrence Dicks.
Yes.
Who helped create the Master. Yeah.
And gave him his name. He named him.
I thought that was a lovely touch.
Oh, and the spy, master.
Yeah.
When that reveal happened, it took me a few seconds to be like, how does O work with Spy Master? And then I was like, oh, what?
Yeah.
What?
And the look, I tell you, the other thing that really got me was the look on Jodie's face, the way she played that when she realised it was absolute just despair and devastation. And I felt every single one of those emotions. Amazing acting in that.
And I feel it really fits with the series because we find out in this episode that the 13th Doctor hasn't been telling her companions anything about herself. Every time they ask her where she's from, that she changes the subject. And now she has to. Her oldest, dearest friend slash enemy, frenemy is back. So she has to explain where she's from, all the, why she looks different. Graham finds out, oh, what, you were actually a man?
Yeah.
I thought that was very nicely dealt with.
Yeah, and I like the thing where Stephen Fry's character C introduces himself to Graham. No, what are you talking about? Every file we have says that he's a man.
Yeah.
I did like that a lot.
I've had an upgrade.
Yeah, I've had an upgrade.
Stephen Fry got assassinated a lot sooner than I expected.
Yeah, well, that might be the end of Stephen Fry's. We were all hoping he'd be regular on the show, and now he's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I found it interesting that he didn't know about, like he said, we've got other people to deal with that. And of course, Torchwood and Unit are gone. It's like, well, no, you don't have anyone else to deal with this. You're it, buddy.
And how does he not know Unit is gone? All you have to do is ring up a call centre and they friggin' tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's hope they bring Unit back and Kate Stewart.
Yes.
Yeah. One of the best theories I heard was Watch Mojo was hoping that O would turn out to be Captain Jack. I thought that would have been nice.
Well, I'm amazed that some of the reviews I've read have said it's not very good because I don't know what they were watching because I thought it was amazing.
Yeah.
But they're saying, it doesn't make sense because Missy had a redemption story and now she's come back as a man and she's really evil. And how did that happen? Well, it's the Master, people.
How do you know that this Master is after Missy?
That's exactly right.
The main trepidation is that people are like, well, this Master's going to get rid of Missy's story. I feel like even if they just put in a cursory line for this Master to go like, you left me to die, Doctor, or, something like that. Or even like we have the idea of multiple Earths. It could be a Master from a parallel dimension.
Yep.
Like there's a multiple things that they could do. But I feel like if they just go, oh yeah, he just became evil again, people are going to be a little bit disappointed.
Yeah. Well, it could be an earlier Master.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll do that. And since we sort of suspect, but we don't know, that the Bill and Ben aliens are from an alternate universe, maybe it is a Master from an alternate universe.
Maybe it's a bunch of Masters from different Earths.
Oh, the Master Chronicles. Isn't there one of the audiobooks at the moment they're doing a Masters Chronicles?
Well, when they were saying, when I was talking to you well before this, and they were having the Masters reunion big finish, and they said, and there's one unnamed Master, and I thought, I wonder if there's going to be one in the series. There we are. I wonder if it's him. I hope so.
That's so crazy that you mentioned that, and we were like, oh yeah, sure, blah blah blah. And then,
okay, Boomer.
and then basically you were 100% right.
Well, that's it. I have a 100% score rate, and that's it. I'm making no more predictions because I'll suck.
But no, we need the lottery numbers.
Yeah. No,
you should keep that recording, Nicchia. Keep that recording. He just said that you were right.
Yeah.
Woohoo! No, don't. I once took a photo of. Actually, it was the other way around. I once took a photo of my wife when she'd said she was wrong.
Yeah.
And she said, "What are you doing?" And I said, "I'm taking a photo of you when you said you were wrong, so that I've got it." And she said, "You should probably delete that." And then I thought, and I went, "Yes, I should probably delete that because I like my life the way it is, and I don't want to be shunned." By my so yes, I deleted that photo of me.
It's okay because Nicchia and Adam aren't married though.
Yeah.
Good point. But
the listeners might think that we're married, but we aren't actually.
Yeah.
Wait, it's not canon?
I mean, I could deny him sex, but I've been doing that for, 50-odd years, so...
By the way, ladies and gentlemen, listening land of D4WH, in case you hadn't known, Adam is currently single and looking.
What? You're kidding. When did that happen?
So please do send in your emails, tweets, and Instagram.
You've been talking to Tim Ferguson, haven't you?
Yes. So, but he's a lovely man, and
all right, let's get into the
podcast.
episode, shall we?
He likes Doctor Who.
Shut up, everyone! Shut up. We see 3 spies around the world being attacked by aliens. One in the Ivory Coast, West Africa, another in Moscow, Russia, but our main spy in a plane over the Pacific Ocean. I love that the guy in Russia gets attacked when the alien falls through the roof.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Falls on him.
Yeah. What the? Oh, shit.
Did you think the bit of paper from the toothpaste tube tasted like mint?
Yes, I don't know.
Nom 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 nom.
Back in Sheffield, Yorkshire, Ryan is playing basketball with his mates, but misses a shot because of his dyspraxia. His shot must be really bad because the game ends instantly.
Doesn't the guy say you would have completely missed that? So he's improved?
Yeah, so he's getting better. But Ryan still feels a bit bad.
Yeah, and it's a good shot. I was watching it. He ends with the right, you've got to have that sort of crane hand when you end your basketball shot. I was very impressed. I'm married to a basketball coach, people.
Oh, okay. Does Dave know?
Yeah.
Did he critique that during watching the episode?
Believe me, if anybody does, he will tell me when they did High School Musical, they got him in as the person to help them look like they could play basketball in the musical. And he said it started off and he went, oh my God, I don't know how we're going to go, but it worked out.
Of all the things they were trying to make realistic, it was the basketball they were worried about?
Yeah.
Well, you don't want them to be making a shot and look like they're doing a netball shot, do you?
But you do want them to spontaneously burst into song.
Oh, well, I do that all the time. La, la, la. See?
What are you talking about?
And that's the end of our basketball podcast.
Anyway, it was a nice shot.
Ryan's covered up his disappearance by telling his mates he's had appendicitis and a hernia and a detached retina.
They've got a time machine. Like, surely they can just bring them back to the moment at which they left.
Nah, the doctor can't do that.
The TARDIS never works like that. You know that, Scott.
Yeah.
No, well, it never works like that when you don't want it to.
Yeah.
Like in other times, like they seem to be able to hit the very second and the right place to stop, pick someone up that's fallen out of a plane, but they can't get Yaz back so she doesn't have to go on secondments in inverted commas all the time.
Yeah, or River Song when she leaps off a building.
Yeah.
You can get there on time to land her in the pool.
Yeah. Or the thing that I thought about is, if he keeps doing that, she keeps taking them away and coming back, eventually, time's going to catch up and they're going to be like, geez, you look really old. It's been 5 seconds since I saw you, but you look... Yeah, the adventure took a little longer than I thought.
I just love the detached retina.
Yeah.
Who comes up with that?
I'm sure that previously in Doctor Who they've mentioned that you don't age while you're inside the TARDIS.
Oh, I didn't know.
I'm sure I've heard that in one of the episodes.
Why ever get out of the TARDIS then?
I'm with you. I thought I'd heard that too.
Imagine you go to the toilet and come back 15 years older.
Yeah.
Man, that was one hell of a shit.
Look, it was a long night, and I had some stuff to deal with. It was very emotional.
Well, I often think about that. I wish I had the ability to freeze time, to pause time, but still move around and do stuff.
Yeah.
But I would mainly use it just to catch up on sleep, and then eventually that would catch up on me, and it'd be a year, and be like, Jesus, you look like you're 80 years old.
Yeah.
From sleeping for a whole year.
But well rested.
Yeah. You're a well-rested 80-year-old, Adam.
So Ryan's mates have never offered to come and visit him in the hospital?
Oh, yeah. What horrible mates.
I know.
Yeah, I know. Oh, we miss you. Well, I had a hernia and I had a detached retina. You could have turned up.
Sorry to hear about that, but do you want to come play basketball sometime?
Yeah, even though you've been very ill for the last 6 months with various things.
And now he's telling his friends that he's going off travelling, so why is he suddenly I've got a bunch of medical problems? Because his friends must be like, man, you are fucked up.
And why didn't he say he was travelling in the first place?
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
get that.
He didn't think of it.
Some shady men in black turn up and pick up Ryan. At the Khan place, Yaz is packing and...
Yars.
Yars. Yars.
Yar.
Yon Khan.
Yarn Khan.
Yar.
Yar.
Yars.
Welcome to the Pirate ASMR podcast.
At the Khan place, Yaz is packing and her sister is pestering her for Ryan's number.
Yeah, she's still hot for him.
Ooh, get it, girl.
Yeah.
Loving the TARDIS.
Now, what's her name?
I don't know.
Steve.
Maz.
Sister Khan. Yeah, Steve Khan.
Genghis.
Anyway, she's still hot for Ryan. She has
Her
not
name is
forgotten
Yes We
him.
Khan.
Yeah. Genghis. Her name is Genghis.
Her first name's you. You can't.
Yaz's dad is trying to set up an Alexa, telling it to play Rubber Soul.
Aww.
A very good choice of Beatles album. It starts with Drive My Car before Norwegian Wood and also features classic Beatles tracks like Nowhere Man, Michelle, and Girl. Man After My Own Heart.
Nowhere Man is a good song.
Oh.
Yeah, Adam's a Beatles super nerd.
Love it.
Yeah.
I like the father that he's so useless.
And Yaz's sister goes, I think it just hates your voice.
Yeah.
Being Australian and technology doesn't understand our accent, so...
I know. Awful.
It could be a dig at Amazon, who leaked one of the episodes early last season.
Yeah.
Ooh,
it
that's
could.
right. I forgot about that.
Damn you, Amazon, you don't own the world yet.
And in other news, Doctor Who cancelled by Amazon.
Yes. Yaz's mum is disappointed that Yaz is going on her third secondment while still being on probation. Now, Yaz's mum has seen massive spiders and met the Doctor, so why is she getting the same lie as everyone else?
So that way if the police call up, they know what to say?
Yeah.
Yeah, that seemed really strange to me too. I thought the mum at least would be the one person who knows the truth because she's seen what happens, but obviously not. She doesn't trust anyone.
She doesn't at least ask, like, isn't this have something to do with your weird friend? It turns out that Yaz's boss is not alright with her going on her fourth secondment. She has to actually be at work to finish her probation period. Also, how does someone who's never around become his best probationer?
Because she's never around. She doesn't cause him any problems.
She never asks him questions.
Yeah. I've had absolutely no complaints about you.
Everyone else on the police force has shot a guy. Barry Sonnenfeld's 1997 Men in Black come and pick up Yaz as well. Graham is visiting a doctor. Not the doctor, an actual medical doctor, getting a checkup before he also gets picked up by the MIB.
It's a really nice little moment, too, because it confirms that for some reason, whatever's happened, the doctor has cured him of his cancer. Because it's a really nice, everything's great. Oh, yeah, okay, cool.
I think he had a procedure that got rid of his cancer.
No,
Yeah.
I think, the subtext of that I took, which may be wrong, is that the doctor's cured it.
Oh, I didn't get that at all.
I was a bit worried that they mention it again, meaning it's going to come back.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
thinking that too.
But the doctor says it's all good, so...
Yeah.
But he does talk about, in The Woman Who Fell to Earth, how he was recovering from the procedure that kind of got rid of the cancer, and
Okay.
that's how he met Grace.
Well, yeah, true, that's true.
Yeah, yeah. I hope it doesn't come back.
No, me either. If they mention it again, is it foreshadowing something to come? I hope not.
Chekhov's cancer.
Yeah. Well, I feel like these scenes are just to remind us of the characters. So we get Ryan, remember he's got dyspraxia. We've got Yaz, remember she's a police officer. We got Graham, remember he had cancer and his wife's dead.
I didn't even mention her.
Yeah, the doctor goes, I'm sorry to hear about your wife.
Yeah, true.
And Graham goes, yeah, she's dead.
And if his grandson didn't meet the doctor, then she'd still be alive. Yeah, we just got to remember that part too.
If I was the doctor that he was seeing, though, I think I'd be a little bit worried about his emotional state because it's obviously not been that long on Earth that she's been gone, but obviously to Graham, it's probably been years. So his emotional reaction to the doctor mentioning her was probably a bit muted because it's been a lot longer for him.
And who knows how long it's been since the Battle of Rensk or Avkolos, where he was like full on, I'm going to murder Tim Shaw, you know?
Yeah.
Well, it's been long enough for Ryan to have appendicitis, a hernia, and a detached retina.
Yes. I don't know how long those take to recover, but it'd be about a year for each one.
Yeah. Gallstones.
Don't know. I'll detach my retina and let you know.
At a garage, the doctor has the TARDIS up on a car lift and is playing around with the tubes and wires to train the water slides and the bone lakes and the rainforest floor.
I love that bit.
This is the first time we've seen this.
Yeah, the tubes of the TARDIS.
I love that's up on a hoist at a mechanic shop.
Yes.
Yeah, and her working underneath. We've never seen her working underneath it. It's always inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the first time she's been doing like mechanical work on the TARDIS. Like none of her male incarnations. It's just like all the other male incarnations. Like, yeah, I'll get around to it one day.
Yeah. Get a woman, she'll get it done. Love
She's
it.
looking around going, geez, you've had a cowboy in here, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, about 12 of them.
Who's been doing... Oh, it's disgusting.
She's leaving a group message for the fam who have been gone for longer than the agreed hour. Also, the doctor has a blue flip phone. Haven't seen one of those in years.
Yes.
I think it was a Motorola Razor too.
That's what I thought too. I think they might be coming back.
Do you think it was either Martha's? Remember Martha left her phone?
Oh, I just thought it was a new phone.
Yeah, maybe it's Sonic.
Ah, it's a Sonic phone.
You know what she's like. She has companions come and go, and they leave a phone. She goes, "Oh, I won't return it. I'll just use it."
She just nicks their phone.
Martha gets a huge phone bill.
I wonder what the lost and found box on the TARDIS looks like.
It's like a little mini TARDIS.
Donna gets a huge phone bill, but she can't remember why.
Some woman in Sheffield is charging my old mobile number.
Yes. So we're saying in an hour, Ryan has found all his mates, played a game of basketball and told him he's disappearing again. Yaz has had time to say hi to her family, repack a bag and visit her work. And somehow Graham has managed to see a doctor and get his test results back. In an hour?
Yeah.
I mean, I know the NHS is pretty good, but not that good.
Time machine.
Yeah, that's right. Time machine. Adam, do you not get this? It's a time travel show.
He goes back and he makes the booking 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Still got cancelled.
No, I'm saying even if you have a booking, it's difficult to see a doctor in an hour.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know who you see, but I could see a doctor in an hour.
Oh, I'm sorry, la-di-da. Oh, don't go to see your rich fancy doctors.
Yeah, that's right, because I'm freaking important.
You're the only person in Canberra, right?
Yeah, well, I am at the moment. I can't see anyone else anyway through the smoke, so I could be. Who knows?
The MIB turn up and ask the doctor to come with them. They even have her friends with them as Graham shouts out, "Worst Uber ever!"
I love that line.
So Graham.
My husband said that line made him laugh out loud. He had to
same.
watch it on his own, and he said that there were a few lines in it that made him laugh out loud on his own on the couch. That was one of them.
Did Dave actually watch the episode, even though he didn't have to obligatorily?
Well, he'd have to talk to Nicchia about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I have to download.
That is so sweet that he still watched it even though he wasn't with you. So just so you could talk to him about it.
Yeah, he'll watch them all. He's good like that.
Well, he knew that that's all Nicchia would talk about, so...
Yeah.
Might as well have some context.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I love the fact that he said he laughed out loud quite a few times. He found it quite funny in places. So
Yeah, I like it too. It's got a great sense of humour. On the road, the fam are worried that they're about to be killed, but the doctor thinks they should wait it out and see where they're going and who wants them. We later find out that the MI6 wants the doctor's help, so why doesn't the driver at any point go, "Oh, sorry for scaring you, but I'm from MI6 and I'm taking you to our headquarters"?
Need to know.
yes. Oh, do you think he didn't know?
No, oh, you think the driver didn't know?
No,
He was from MI6.
Yeah, no, well, maybe compartmentalization.
Wonder who I work for.
He could have actually been an Uber driver.
He was just a really scary Uber driver.
Yeah.
The sat-nav is on the blink and disintegrates the driver. I think that means it needs an upgrade.
Yeah.
Oh, but you know how long those bloody updates take?
That was very like the poisoned, what is it? The one with the Sontarans. Poisoned Earth? Poisoned Sky?
Atmos cars, yeah.
Where the sat-navs tried to kill people?
The doctor uses the rear-view mirror to reflect the beam, killing the sat-nav and auto-drive. She manages to hit the brakes just before the car goes over the unfinished road. With the sat-nav telling them that their next destination is to die. The car is on autopilot and starts driving backwards towards an unfinished road. And here we have our car chase.
I loved it.
In just a single car, though.
Yeah, just the one car chase.
Seeing the doctor drive was pretty cool.
Well, apparently she makes that drive from Sheffield to London.
Yeah. She's the new Uber. Doctor doing Uber in a
It's a
TARDIS.
4-hour drive, and they're in a car with no sat-nav, no rear-view mirror, and smells like burning plastic.
And burnt Men in Black agent.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's probably sitting on the ashes.
Yeah.
Crispy.
Yeah. Ugh. That's about a 2-star Uber trip.
The thing is, but the only car chase I can remember in Doctor Who is maybe something with Bessie chasing somebody in the classic.
Don't forget the Who-mobile.
Yeah, that's true, but the Who-mobile. But that was it wasn't an enormous Fast and Furious car chase, but come on, it looked great.
Yeah, I suppose that's a good point. You don't see the Doctor change gears 47 times in the space of 30
No,
seconds.
you don't. You don't. It was new territory. I enjoyed it.
And she doesn't say, ride or die.
I wonder if she tries to drive the modern car like Bessie.
Maybe.
She's like, Richie, where are the gears on here? Oh, it's automatic. What? I don't understand. Where do you crank this machine?
What do you mean? It's not 3 on the tree? What's happening?
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's old school.
Hey, man, are you 3 on the tree?
I'm 4 on the floor.
I'm 3 doors down.
Yeah.
Can I ask who is trying to kill them at this point? Because the Master seems very eager to see them, and the hacking of the car would suggest Daniel Barton, but Daniel Barton doesn't recognise them when he meets them later on.
That's a good question.
I don't know. I'm hoping that that's going to be explained in part 2. But, they killed the driver. Sometimes I wonder with the Master puts the Doctor in situations that he almost, or she almost knows he'll get out of, but would like them to die. You know, just the beam could have shot at her and killed her, but instead it kills the driver. So then, you know, the Master is the king of chaos or the queen of chaos. That's what they love. They love chaos. And then the Doctor puts it right.
What happens if the beam had killed the Doctor? He'd be like, oh, well, there's all those years being down the drain.
Yeah. So I think it's the Cybermen.
Oh, you think it's the Cybermen who were...
No, I don't. I think that, it could be the Bill and Ben aliens because they've been told to be more discreet and they're not being discreet. So maybe they've got plans of their own.
See, every time you mention Bill and Ben, me and Scott are just like, and then Adam's just like, who the fuck are Bill and Ben?
No, I saw the picture. They're fucking horrifying.
But you didn't watch the shows, though.
No, I didn't.
They appeared in the Goodies.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
There was a puppet episode of the Goodies that Bill and Ben appeared in.
See, so you and Nicchia probably watched the original Bill and Ben, but I watched, like, the remake of it.
Yeah.
Like, in the 2000s.
Oh,
I
my
think
God.
the older one was certainly worse because it was much cheaper.
Yes.
And they were more frightening.
Yeah, that's the picture that I saw, and I was like, what the fuck is this?
Their eyes didn't move.
Like Ewoks, they're up to something. Their eyes don't blink.
Well, I'm surprised Bill and Ben Flowerpot Men didn't appear in Rise of Skywalker.
They were coming into your room at night to stab you.
I will come for you.
And welcome to the Doug Anthony All-Stars podcast.
Yes.
God. Scott is wearing a Red Dwarf shirt, so this could veer off into
Yes.
Doug Anthony All-Stars or Red Dwarf
Red
at
Dwarf,
any point.
yes, my dream.
Well, I'm just thinking Bill and Ben probably would have killed you if it hadn't been for a little wee.
Oh, God.
That was kept them mellow.
True.
The dulcet tones of Stephen Fry come over the car radio, although, of course, they don't recognise him. Even though we know Stephen Fry does exist in the Whoniverse, as the 12th Doctor jokingly mentions him as one of the historical figures who was a previous husband of Riversong. So no one ever goes, hang on, see, you kind of look and sound exactly like Stephen Fry.
Could be a cover identity.
You mean C is a cover
Stephen
of
Fry.
Stephen Fry?
Yeah.
Why couldn't they name him S instead?
Yeah. Or F. Oh,
F.
yeah.
Excuse me, but in the Big Finish world, he was a Gallifreyan Time Lord called the Minister of Chance.
Oh, I think in the real world he's probably a Gallifreyan too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably. Oh, I hope so.
At MI6, C introduces himself to the Doctor, or Graham, who he thinks is the Doctor. The 13th Doctor introduces herself by saying, I've had an upgrade, and C spends the rest of the episode muttering, #not my doctor.
Oh. You had to bring that in. Had to bring it in.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Is that a dig at those Cybermen babies?
Yeah, Cybermen.
Cyberman, yeah. Not my
love that
doctor.
Not my doctor. It seems that something not of Earth has been attacking spies from across the globe, and C takes them to see the spy from the plane we saw earlier. Now, I noted the hand pass that scans C's hand as they enter the room. It has 2 black bars across it,
Yep.
which means that the reader can only scan everything except for the bottom of C's palm and his pointer and middle finger.
Okay.
How deep into the lore are you going with
Well,
this?
I thought it was interesting because it had those black bars to make it look cool, but I'm like, well, that covers up part of his hand.
Yeah.
Like, I have
Still
trouble
scans part of
opening
the
up my
hand.
phone, which has a fingerprint reader, if my finger's a little bit wet or something.
Yeah, but you're not MI6,
Yeah, but
Adam.
it's MI6. It's not Adam's phone.
Okay, all right.
Secretly he is.
He is.
Whatever. All right, well, I thought it was a funny joke.
Listen, the nerd.
The nerd. The spy's DNA is completely rewritten. Wow, those tests in the CRISPR are really advanced.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just weird. So she's just a shell with what inside her? Nothing?
Changed DNA.
Changed DNA. I
Marshmallow
mean, aren't we
fluff.
all just shells, really? After everything's happening in the world?
But DNA of what?
Marshmallow fluff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
marshmallow
don't know.
fluff.
I hope we find out what that
Yeah.
DNA is.
Cybermen.
Squishy bits.
Shut up about the Cybermen.
It's my conspiracy that I'm going to stick to for the rest of the series, even if they don't show up.
Well, we know they show up eventually. In C's office, the Hoobie gang are provided with a bunch of spy gear, including laser shoes.
Yeah, that not adequately explained.
Yeah. I wonder if the laser shoes will come back next episode or if they're just a joke.
Aw.
I don't know, but I love the way Ryan and Graham are like little kids
Yeah.
with their new toys.
They have a great relationship, those two.
Yeah.
I actually think that everyone's gelled a lot more, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They feel more like comfortable, like Yaz and Ryan and Graham and Ryan. It all just feels natural now.
Yeah. But any man who's grown up with the James Bond films, when presented with those 2 briefcases, would simply have just gone to like a 5-year-old child again.
Oh my god, it's all real.
Hey, any woman I would get so excited.
And when they talk about Horizon Watcher, I thought that was like a little dig at James Bond. And like, where's your best man? Oh, I had to fire him. And I thought that was going to be like, oh, well, we'll have to do it ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never heard of Horizon Watcher. Have I missed something?
No, it was that was what the Doctor originally called O.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I wondered if it was a callback to something. I couldn't work it out.
No, I think it was just so the Doctor could say, you took your eyes off the horizon just as something came over.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a cool line. It's like with the Marvel films where, the Marvel comics where they desperately wanted somebody to spell shield.
Yes. It turns out that the assassinated agents are investigating Daniel Barton, CEO of Vor, not to be confused with Vor, the shortened version of vorophilia, a fetish that involves people being swallowed whole.
What?
And that comes up so often.
Oh, yeah. When you're on the internet, yeah.
Yeah,
So every time they said Vor, I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Trying to swallow someone whole?
Yeah, oh no, just
And
gag
being
reflex.
eaten as well, yeah.
It's disgusting.
What? Please explain. I'm doing my Pauline Hanson. Please explain.
It's a fetish where people like to see giant anime girls swallowing regular-sized anime girls.
Oh, my
Really?
Yeah.
God.
Wow. Look, whatever floats your goat.
Whatever floats your charter boat.
Yeah, I don't like to judge, but fuck off.
That sounds awfully judgy,
Hey,
Nicchia.
it's not the worst fetish out
Oh, yeah.
there, but it's pretty bad.
Oh, weird. All right. Okay. Whatever blows your hair back, people.
I think it swallows your hair.
Along with everything else.
Now, in the body of the dossier, CEO and VOR are both capitalized. So we know that CEO is an acronym for Chief Executive Officer. Does that mean that VOR stands for something?
Probably.
I have a theory that the aliens coming through are Time Lords and that the OR of VOR stands for of Rassilon. Much like the seal of Rassilon, the coronet of Rassilon, the sash of Rassilon, the rod of Rassilon, the half of Rassilon, and the crown of Rassilon. And that's just the ones that have been mentioned in the TV show.
And the T-shirt of Rassilon and the flamethrower of Rassilon.
Maybe it's a video of Rassilon. Hello.
That's what I was thinking.
Hi, I'm Timothy Dalton. I won't be appearing in this episode.
Yeah. They really liked me in the last one. But I just wanted to say hello, made this video. How are you?
So that's my theory. I think that the glowing aliens are Time Lords.
Okay.
Ooh, cranky ones too.
What's with the weird hats, though? Their heads are a funny shape.
Yeah, and they do say later on that they take a humanoid form to mock people, so yeah. But what alien isn't humanoid?
Yeah, the Gallifreyans are humanoids, so I don't know.
But so are the Cybermen, and that's the other top guess for what they could be.
My guess is when they're out in the Australian outback that it's actually a bunch of John Jarretts. From Wolf Creek.
Wolf Creek.
Yeah.
Yeah, if that character could get through structures, I'd be out of there too.
It just turns out to be a giant promo for Wolf Creek 3.
Wolf Creek in space.
Wolf Creek in space! Done by the Muppets. Me. Hi-ho, Kermit the Frog here. Can you not slash me to death, please?
Yeah, all right, mate.
Yay!
I don't know. I'm hoping they're a new monster.
Yeah, they could be.
Not one we've seen before, but I'm thinking of the old ones. A lot of them are very humanoid looking, aren't they? Even the
Because
old
they were
ones,
limited
so-
by the actors they had access to.
They just had a human actor that they stuck stuff to.
Yeah, pretty much, which is why they were mostly humanoid.
Or made look like a giant penis in a robe.
Oh my god, it could be
Yeah.
Alpha Centauri.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the big penis! Put a cape on it.
We take this form to mock you, and then it's a giant penis, and it's like, yeah, you're mocking us, mate. Yeah, rightio then.
We think you're hilarious.
Even the Slovene were.
Yeah,
even
were
the Slovene
humanoid,
were
yeah.
basically
Yeah.
humanoid, yeah.
The Daleks are essentially the only creature that they have that wasn't humanoid.
There must be more. There must be.
Yeah. Originally they were.
Oh yeah, originally they were, but it's not going to be a Khaled that comes through and be like, oh, now I can get to work on my Dalek project. Let me explain to you that that's a bad idea.
I'm hoping they're brand new.
Only going to cause pain.
And you don't want to bring the pain, brother.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
So you think they're Cybermen, Scott?
I think this side.
I think they're Time Lords. Nicchia thinks they're new. Beck, do you have a guess of what the glowing aliens are going to be?
I already said.
What?
John Jarrett.
Oh, okay, right. Okay.
Fair enough. It's an outlier, but it's there.
Yeah,
I know. I love being an outlier in life.
Good Don't outlie to me. Vor started as a search engine, much like Google, but has now branched into web apps, social, global mapping, advertising, scientific and medical research, robotics, data polling, and human analytics, much like a mixture of Google and Facebook.
Yes, and
very topical.
It's a bit of a commentary on how we let these tech giants kind of take over our lives, own our information, and do things, everything for us, not really knowing what's happening with any of it.
Well, it's like O explains later on. Technology is moving so fast that governments are left with people who don't understand it.
Yeah.
So they need someone to come in and hook all that up for them, you know?
Yeah, that's right. And how do you know who you're contracting to and what they're doing with that info? I found that really interesting. So,
that is.
good commentary on today.
The doctor says she needs MI6 best man for the job. Someone names Horizon Watcher, to which C responds, oh. Which was interesting because it turns out that that's his code name.
I didn't pick that up until the second watch.
Yeah, me too. It turns out that C has sacked Horizon Watcher for what exactly? Being a bit weird?
Just because I think he probably wasn't, they didn't need him, he wasn't doing anything, and he wouldn't go out on regular assignments. Remember Mulder got stuck in a basement?
Yeah.
Because he wanted to do weirdy things with UFOs. Same sort of thing, I suppose.
But GCHQ does all the code breaking for the security systems in the UK, but I'm sure that the MI6 would probably have a couple of code breakers on hand.
You would think so.
Just because it's not their specialty doesn't mean they wouldn't have someone... They'd have their fingers in all the pies, basically.
Oh, well, it's obviously beyond what they've seen before. Who knows?
I did just have a little quick Google while we were doing stuff, and Horizon Watcher doesn't appear to have come up before in Doctor Who.
Oh, okay.
Oh, good.
MI6 can't find this mystery man anywhere, but the doctor has him on WhatsApp, so she gives him a call and asks for his location. Now, the phone she uses is not the blue flip phone from before, it's a white iPhone with a rose trim that looks like the phone that Yaz is playing with earlier in the scene. So if it is Yaz's phone, why does Yaz have Horizon Watcher on her WhatsApp?
I don't think it's Yaz's phone. I tell you, Scott's right. She's got a lost and found box, a lot of companions, leave their phones. She doesn't want everyone to get the bad bills, so she just picks them randomly and chats away.
Well, we know it's not Rose's phone because it's not a big chunky Nokia. So.
Yeah.
It's Donna's phone.
Maybe it's Bill Potts' phone.
It could be Bill Potts' phone.
It's definitely an iPhone, so...
Yeah.
Well, she became goo, so sentient goo, so she didn't need a phone anymore.
She hasn't got a thumb to text with
and
anymore.
I'm
so,
pretty sure Bill Potts had an iPhone.
What, do sentient goo people don't have opposable thumbs?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, well, there you go. She just lends it to Yaz, because Yaz is using it earlier in the scene.
The fact that the doctor knows how to use WhatsApp is just a little bit odd.
Yeah, I think they're trying to make this doctor a little bit more tech-savvy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All the doctors tech-savvy?
Oh, I don't think Capaldi was.
No.
Oh, no, that's true. That's true.
Horizon Watcher sends her a picture of a fish in the sea, and there's a nice little joke where the doctor goes to the fam, see, and C behind the desk responds, yes?
Yeah. Cheap joke. Very funny, but a cheap joke.
As C is telling the Hoobie gang that Barton was a former MI6 agent, he is shot through the window, and the gang have to grab their gadgets and race to the TARDIS.
See, this is part of it that I have a problem with. Like, MI6 doesn't have armoured windows.
Yeah, bulletproof. Well, maybe they're bulletproof, but they're not laserproof.
Oh, yeah, good point.
Yeah, that's what I thought, because if these things can walk through walls, pretty sure that they've got weapons or beams that can shoot through walls as well, or windows. So, yeah, no, if it had been a sniper, I would have thought, but when it's an alien, all bets
They
are
have
off.
spectral tears from Binding of Isaac. It just goes through rocks.
Oh, yeah, nice. When the C drops on the desk after being shot and they all scatter in the room, I had a big problem with the fact they all moved further into the view of the window.
Yeah.
Like, rather than hiding behind the desk.
Yes, it seemed like they had a shit idea of where to hide after he'd been hit. But anyway.
Yeah.
It made me think of that Brooklyn Nine-Nine episode where Kevin is in the safe house and Captain Holt is like, you have to get on the ground, and every time they stand up, he's like, you just killed Kevin.
There's that 1 3-foot square space where they are allowed to stand.
Also, one of the creatures takes on the likeness of a picture of Queen Victoria.
Kind of.
Yeah, one of them takes on the Union Jack.
Oh, blighty, mate.
Righty, mate. So, yeah, so she said they haven't properly formed yet, so they're still trying to stabilise? Is that the story?
Oh, I hate when I haven't properly formed in the morning and I go passing through the bed.
Yeah.
Onto the floor.
Into the floor, yeah. Using steganography, which is not a type of dinosaur, the doctor finds that her MI6 mate is hiding in the Australian outback. Rah!
Yay for Australia. We got to call out.
And they could have filmed here, but no, they had to go to South Africa.
Yeah, we know that they filmed most of this episode in South Africa. We know the two actors who played the secret agent people were South African.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually questioning whether...
Same.
I thought they did good Australian accents.
Yeah, and I think the scenery that they found looked pretty Australian.
Yeah, and then we heard that the doctor once lived in the outback for 123 years.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
But when did they film
Well,
it?
she also played cricket for New South Wales as well. Fifth Doctor did.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's what she's talking about. I thought that Jodie Whittaker was saying her doctor lived there for 123 years.
Maybe.
The doctor decides that they will split up, and as she plans to meet a character we've never heard of before that the doctor obviously trusts, she tells them the first rule of espionage: trust no one.
That is so prophetic when you think back, when you realise what happens, because she trusts him implicitly, doesn't she?
Yeah, from the get-go.
Yeah.
She's trusted him just because she has met him once and messaged him a bunch.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sounds like the internet.
Yeah. Also, it never turns around and be like, oh, by the way, I've been sacked. Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. And I suppose the Masters probably absolutely loved stringing the doctor along and making her look silly or him look silly, and trusting him. He would love that.
So, is there anyone of your enemies who you'd like to see turn up next? Like, I don't know, maybe just someone you grew up with? Like...
No.
Ryan and Yaz travel to San Francisco to the head office of VOR. Their diary hacker booked them in to interview Barton, and that'd be really useful for getting a last-minute doctor's appointment.
It would be.
That's how he did it.
Oh, there you go. Ryan is freaking out. His cover is Logan Jackson, but he looks nothing like Hugh Jackman.
That made me laugh too.
Aww.
Hey, who doesn't want to grow up and be Hugh Jackman? I do.
Yeah, well, he looks better at 50 than I did in my 20s.
Yeah.
Yaz tells him rule number 1, no panicking. Well, okay, rule number 1A, no panicking while you're not trusting anyone.
Yes. And don't mention Fight Club.
Yes.
That's right, ruin. Never mention Fight Club.
Don't mention Vor.
Yeah, I mentioned Vor once, but I think I got away with it.
They don't mention Fight Club, so they are following rule 1 of Fight Club.
True.
This whole episode they do that. Wow, that's amazing. Barton advises that he fired some of his PR team for the diary mix-up. Yaz is horrified, but try to remember that they probably work for someone who is killing people, so it's probably best they get out while they're still alive.
That's right. Get a job somewhere nice, quiet little ma and pa company, maybe work for... Oh, no, don't work for the government. They're probably corrupt as well. I don't know. Retire.
They work in PR, so they're probably evil anyway.
Well, that's right. That's right.
Hey-oh, ba-ba-ba.
PR, HR, you have your soul removed for both. So there you go.
We then travel to the Great Victoria Desert in Australia, which spans through South Australia and Western Australia. Not Victoria.
Yeah, weird.
That's the way we roll.
Yeah, that's how we roll, baby.
Yeah.
We named everything after queens.
Yeah, there's no queens in Queensland, unfortunately.
Except for drag queens.
Yeah, but only recently are they made legal.
Why didn't they call us No Queens Land?
It was just short for... Queensland is short for no queens.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they were actually trying to appease the Queen at the time and not, throw a huge diss in her face.
Oh, fair enough.
It could be short for fuck off Queensland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't you diss Queensland?
As I'm sure everyone says.
A Horizon Watcher is sitting outside his house in the outback, flanked by 2 members of the Australian Secret Service, or ASS.
Yes.
I laughed at that at the time.
I wondered what they were going to call them, and they called them Australian Secret Service, and I was like, yes!
I wanted someone to do up a patch.
Why didn't they call them ASIO?
Because the UK probably doesn't know what it's actually called,
Oh,
you know?
come on. All you got to do is Google.
Ass. Google ass.
I always had a joke with my mates when I was in high school that the head of the Australian Secret Service should be called the Australian Secret Service Head of Legitimate Enterprises.
Nice.
Or asshole. Graham meets O, so named because whenever he went to see C, he responded, oh God, it's the Master again, oh my God.
You can just hear Stephen Fry say that. Oh, God.
I tell you what, the Australian guards are not impressed by the Doctor. Good thing they're actually South African actors. Yaz and Ryan interview Barton. Once Ryan takes the lens cap off his camera, he uses it to scan and make a copy of Barton's pass.
That's really realistic, because even as a videographer now, I'm constantly forgetting to take the lens cap off.
Oh, I thought it was going to be a thing where Barton was be like, "Oh, you're not a real photographer."
No, it happens all the time, even to professionals.
Yeah.
It's so annoying.
That's what happened at a wedding once.
Yeah.
Oh, it's interesting how Yaz really gets into it, and she's not sucking up to him. She's calling him out on a few things. If you want to get an interview, don't you have to kind of be a bit nice to start with?
Yes. She goes hardcore straight away. She doesn't pull any punches. After she's done her probation, she's going to be a detective in no time.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
If she doesn't keep getting secondments.
Good cop, bad cop.
I'm Detective Yaz.
Do you think that she's going to get a leg up the way Martha did through the Doctor?
Maybe. It'd be really nice to see her fight the Autons, though. Then it'd be Yaz and the plastic population.
I thought you were going to say, do you think that she's going to be like Martha and marry Mickey?
Oh.
No.
Controversial. No.
Yeah, I want you to sin bin yourself for that shit.
Put yourself into the TARDIS bin.
It's bigger on the inside.
Yaz and Ryan decide to hide in the building and snoop around with Barton's pass once everyone has gone home. Yaz notes that the DNA scanner shows Barton is only 97% human. Dun, dun, dun!
I know. Come on, that was exciting.
Does that mean that if you're around those creatures that your DNA starts getting rewritten?
Maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because when they engulf those people, they completely rewrite their DNA. They're getting close to Barton. Maybe.
Is that what's going to happen to Yaz?
Oh, God, I hope not.
Maybe.
So they're left alone in Barton's office, so why don't they scan the computer then and there? And why do they wait till later?
Oh, because shut up, that's why.
Because exposition.
Yeah, well, maybe because people already know they're in there. So wouldn't the secretary come in and go, what are you still doing here? He's left.
Yeah, or they could use the deluminator that they use later on and do the camera so it looks like they're not in the office anymore, and then just do it all then.
They must not notice the camera in the office when they come back, because they didn't even look for it. You know, they're very shitty spots.
That's true. I don't know. I thought that Daniel
It's
Barton...
their first day!
Yes!
All right,
They did pretty good with the interview. You want to fire Yaz and Ryan already?
Yes.
Yeah. That's a rookie mistake, people.
Down at the home amongst the gum trees with lots of gum trees. I don't know that song.
You can't sing that song anymore either.
Oh, is that fucking
Cheap
Rolf Harris
Bottu
too?
and the
No, that's the gardening show.
Oh, Don Burr.
Yeah.
Bert.
Fuck.
Oh, yeah, he used that. Yeah.
Oh, guys, everyone you know is a monster.
Yeah, but the song was a Red Gum song.
Oh, Red Gum, that's who it was. Yeah,
Yeah.
not Bullamakanka.
And they have yet to be done for anything.
Yeah, and they're fine.
Bullamakanka did a Doctor Who song.
Oh, yes, yeah. It's very difficult to find.
My parents gave them their first gig at the Crown Hotel in Toowoomba.
In your
God.
lounge room.
Yeah, that's right. No, we had
Toowoomba. Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want 5 minutes to talk about Toowoomba, guys?
Sure. why
Yeah,
not?
okay.
Yeah,
Nicchia, let's get ready for talking about Toowoomba.
And welcome to the Toowoomba podcast.
At the Crownie, hey?
Yeah, Mum and Dad ran that in the late 70s and first part of 1980.
What's it called now? It's changed.
No, it's not a pub anymore.
Ah, there you go.
The main bar's now like a boutique clothing thing.
Ah,
Surprisingly, the Red Gums still perform there. Oh,
No,
pretty awesome.
Bullamakanka, Adam.
yeah.
Oh, Bullamakanka,
There should be a
that's right.
plaque.
But we gave them their first gig.
You know, we were being sarcastic about starting the Toowoomba podcast because it would be boring as batshit,
It would.
half an episode long.
Oh, yeah.
Just talk about everything to do with Toowoomba in 30 minutes.
Oh, the skate haven out. Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, God, if I have to listen
City.
to that again, I'll shoot.
Skate City's dead now.
All right, back at the homestead, something has found them. The Doctor can't find anything, but she says she can sense them. You know, like how apparently Time Lords can sense each other.
Ooh.
O says, I know what you mean. Dun, dun, dun!
But see, I still think they're Cybermen probably from an alternate reality.
True.
She can't sense that O is a Time Lord.
No, she can't. That's true. Okay, you've blown a hole in my theory.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But the thing is, people can sense each other when they're near, too. It's
Yeah.
not just Time Lords.
No, but the Ninth Doctor in the first series goes, there are no more Time Lords, because if there were, I'd be able to sense them.
My Time Lord senses are tingling.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, he was wrong because there were.
yeah, but the Professor Yanni was a human at the time.
Yeah.
Yes, I suppose so.
Nerd nails
But
it.
I still say Susan's out there somewhere and he hasn't looked for her and he's a shitty grandfather.
Well, she's off doing Big Finish audios, and when you do those, the Doctor can't detect you on the TV show.
Yeah.
You know, if you're outside
I hardly ever
and
do
it's
that.
dark and, you know, sometimes it's your imagination, but sometimes you can sense something's watching you, can't you?
I don't think that's a man thing, though.
I don't
That's
think
a female
sense.
thing.
I think that's assuming that something's in the bush going to kill you. Like, that's an Australian thing.
Well, that's true, because everything here is out to kill you.
Come to Australia, you might accidentally get killed.
Yeah. How we survive.
By listening to scared weird little guys, yeah.
Having all those venomous spiders and snakes and everything else isn't enough, and now we've got to be the hottest place that's burning.
Yeah, we're all on fire. The O never mentions, hey, doctor, welcome to my home. The whole fucking country's on fire. And everyone really fucking hates this PM of ours.
It's funny how Doctor Who went to South Africa to film, like, pretending for it to be Australia, but then also in Chris Lee's new series Lunatics, he actually went to, like, this plainland sort of area outside where I used to live on the Gold Coast, and he pretended that was South Africa. I'm just like, why can't we ever afford to actually go to the places that we're designing?
I don't know. Yeah. Maybe it's really expensive to come here, and maybe we don't give any incentives to film here, because I think we've already cut the Department of Arts department budget down to $1.50.
Yeah, what arts department? Yeah,
isn't it the roads department now?
Infrastructure, yeah.
Yeah.
They were like, we're gonna film internationally, but we're not gonna fly for 24 hours. Jesus. The Doctor interrogates the glowing creatures, but only learns from them that they are from far beyond your understanding. They have come to take the entire universe, and they have a humanoid appearance to mock us because it amuses them.
What does it mean by far beyond your understanding? Does that mean another universe? Does that mean before the universe was created? What do you think?
I don't know. Could be the beast.
Yeah. Alternate reality, in my opinion.
Yeah, alternate reality. Far beyond your understanding.
So you don't think that they are from before the universe was created?
No.
Well, your enthusiasm is overwhelming.
We are from E-space.
E-space. No, because I think we're probably still formulating what it actually is in our brains.
Yeah.
And so right now we've got very little information to go on. So I think our brains are going, no, don't commit to anything, because then you might be wrong.
And I understand everything from before the dawn of time. So, like, guys.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I don't know why I question you, Adam. Really.
No, sorry. I don't know why I question myself.
He does enough of it for himself. You don't need to do it for him.
Back in Barton's office, Yaz whacks the camera lens device onto Barton's computer to download everything on it. Unbeknownst to them, Barton makes his way back to the office.
Which was always going to happen.
Of course.
He's been out of the office for hours, and all of a sudden he's like, where's my bag?
You know, and you can't get up Doctor Who for that, because that happens every single movie where they've got to sneak in somewhere.
Yes, yeah. They could have waited like till the midnight and he still would have turned up.
Yeah.
Yep.
As the data downloads, Yaz and Ryan talk about how her sister wants to hook up with Ryan. Well, let's just say that Ryan is keen on a bit of Khan.
I like that. I like that.
It's worth it. But Yaz thinks it's a bit weird and gross, maybe, because she wants a bit of Ryan.
He says he'd be a great brother-in-law.
Yeah. He's already thinking marriage. I haven't even been on one date yet.
Yeah. Well, at least he's got honourable intentions.
Yeah. I think it's so that we know that he doesn't just want to hook up.
Yeah, doesn't want to do a Tinder at 2 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, come over. That one.
Are you up? Because I can take the TARDIS to whenever you are up.
Yeah. Are you up? Because I am.
I'm always up, baby.
Yeah, it's really starting to get worried about that.
Yes.
You need to consult your local physician about that.
Priapism is a serious thing.
Yes.
Ryan's pass goes off, warning them that Barton is approaching, and they only just manage to finish the download and hide behind the sofa before Barton enters to retrieve his bag. Barton knows someone is in the office, but thankfully he just means two of the glowing aliens.
Didn't that remind you of when Donna hides in the toilet in her first episode, and it's the reporter Penny?
Oh, yes. I vaguely remember that. I don't remember it very well.
And she's going, I know you're there. I know you're there. And Donna's going, oh, my God. And then it's Penny, the reporter.
Oh, the reporter. Yeah. Old Miss Foster.
Yeah, Miss Foster. That's it. I cannot remember the name of the episode, but to me, it took me back to that.
The glowing angels tell... why do I keep calling them angels? The glowing aliens tell him that there have been obstacles, and he tells them they should be discreet. The glowing creatures state that they should remove them all immediately, that the project must continue, and that they must defend. Any theories on what they could mean?
Defend what? That's what I couldn't get at.
Yeah.
I'm assuming when they say they should remove them all immediately, they're talking about all the spies that the Doctor sees later on with the decoding thing.
Yeah, but why the spies?
Don't know. James Bond, that's why.
Yeah.
There's got to be some sort of connection. The Bill and Ben aliens are going to be, I think, something more mundane.
You've cracked it, Nicchia. They're defending Little Wee.
The cops are coming for Little Weird, and they're not giving him up.
The doctor finds out they've got a massive ganja plantation.
So that's where they were when they're going to that party.
They're yelling out, I'm in the ACT, I'm allowed to grow 4 plants, get out of here.
Oh, hello.
That's why Nicchia moved to Canberra.
Yes. Fireworks, marijuana, and porn.
Yes.
It's not, but there's always got to be benefits.
Once Barton leaves, Ryan is keen to Scarpa, but Yaz wants another look, getting herself attacked by a glowing creature in the process.
What did she want to look for? I mean,
I don't know.
wasn't that enough excitement for one night?
No.
No, she wanted to show Ryan some more excitement. I'm way better than my sister.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm into vor.
Oh.
Yeah.
Somebody had to say it.
Well, they're both inside Vor, so...
Yeah.
In a strange green alien forest, or possibly the Upside Down, Yaz lands amongst weird, misshapen tree trunks with no branches that disappear above her into a green mist. I thought it looked like a bit like coral.
Did that kind of feel like they were fibres?
Yeah.
Fibre optics?
Oh, yes, yep. I thought it felt like the bottom of the ocean or something.
Oh, good. You thought that too, Scott?
I did, yes.
Yeah.
No, I honestly think that it's another reality. Like it's
Yeah,
another
same. I think so
alternate
too,
reality.
yeah. Like the Upside Down, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, I like the upside.
What about that thing from It Takes You Away?
Oh, yeah, the solar tract.
Yeah. That's what it reminded me of.
The glowing creatures come through and they're all just graces and frogs.
No. No more frogs.
I like the frog.
No, look, it was like fibre optics, and then all they were going through it. It was almost like these creatures are from within the computer or a computer type world technology. Don't know. There's something there. I think I could be wrong.
Back in Australia, the guys have captured one of the creatures, and it glows too bright for the gang to look at it. When the light dies down, Yaz is standing in the glass box. Maybe it's like the law of equivalent exchange from Full Metal Alchemist. They have to replace one thing with another thing.
I've never watched it.
Oh, okay. It's very good.
I don't know. That's what made me think it's to do with the computer. Tron, something like that. I just think that there's something.
Oh, you think she was stuck in a computer?
Yeah, look, the more I've watched it and the more we start talking, I'm starting to think that this is something along those lines. Don't know. Could always be wrong, but starting to make a bit of sense to me in that way. So we'll see.
Yaz thought she was dead, but Ryan tells her that he won't let that happen to her. Good luck, mate.
Oh, yeah. I know. It's one of those things where, you know, my husband always says, I'll never let anything happen to you. You know, what are you? You're not God. Things are going to happen. Get over it.
Poor
Wow.
Dave.
Wow.
That was aggressive.
Also, by the way, Dave, you are not God.
It's very lovely that someone says that, but it's just so not true. If someone breaks into the house, who's going to protect me? He's not. No one can.
So nihilistic.
Well, you should do what Amy and I do, is that we ascribe to what we refer to as the Klingon feng shui in our house, which is that at any point in the house should be no further than lunging distance from an edged weapon.
Ah, I like that.
So your house is just covered in knives.
Covered in swords, batleths, knives, yeah.
Yeah.
And when
I
you
can
knock on the
imagine.
door, you can constantly hear the music. Dun, 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 dun.
You've been to my house, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, Scott. I'm never going back.
Good. Only that, we won't be there, because we're moving in a couple of weeks.
Yeah. Oh, well,
Yeah.
that's right, you see.
To a bigger house with more knives.
Yeah. Oh, you have to get more knives.
That's why I'm never going back. The next people may not be quite as cool.
That's right.
As the Hooby gang, that's Hooby gang with an extra O, discuss the
Boo.
case. Boo.
Boo. That boo's got 3 O's
He's
in it.
back, ladies and
I
gentlemen.
thought that was quite clever.
Yeah, I'd give you clicks, but I can't click.
Thank you.
Snaps.
Snaps. That's it.
O mentions that there's images of Barton from all ages, so it would be very difficult to create an identity. Just ask him, Harold Saxon.
Yes. He knows how to do it, doesn't he?
Well, would Graham be the only one who remembers Harold Saxon as Prime Minister? Because Yaz and Ryan would have been too young.
Yes. I wonder if that'll come up.
Would they?
They probably would have been about 10.
Unless he's an
Yeah,
alternate
but I
reality.
still remember.
I don't remember the Prime Ministers when I was a kid.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, I do.
I do, because the Prime Minister from like when I was born until I was like 10 or so, like that was John Howard.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I know, because it was John Howard most of the
Yeah.
time, yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
what
he
did
was-
you say about John Howard?
Oh, God, we got John Howard in the house. Actor John Howard from Sea Change.
That's one of my favourite bits from Frontline, where they got the games where the Olympic people decided they wanted John Howard to apologise to the Indigenous peoples of Australia, so they got John Howard the actor to apologise.
I thought that was so clever.
Yeah.
The first Prime Minister I remember is Gough Whitlam. I don't know who was before that.
Ah.
And that's the end of our Australian Prime Minister podcast.
I would just like to say a few words.
No, I want to know who the first one Scott remembers.
I was doing my Gough Whitlam impersonation. Come on. My first one I remember was Malcolm Fraser.
Oh, okay.
And the first Prime Minister I can remember is the Whitlams.
That's a band.
Great band.
I love their policies.
The Doctor decodes an alien language found at the very fringes of Barton's empire and finds a map of potential alien spies around the world. Now, to make matters even more strange, the map splits up into 10 identical maps, multiple Earths.
10 different Earths.
Are we thinking parallel dimensions, a multi-hooniverse?
You just set that up for yourself, didn't you?
I'll write this.
I'm thinking there's just something.
Now, could the Master be from a parallel dimension? Is that how they're going to say he survived Missy and the Master killing each other in Series 10?
New Master.
That would be great.
It could be, and I wouldn't have a problem if that was the truth. Is there another doctor out there? Can they bring in a man so they're not my doctor people will have someone to love?
Oh, God. They have two separate series going on at the same time.
If they brought in a man, would that be like self-cess if people started shipping them?
Look, I guarantee you it's already happening.
Oh yeah, it definitely has.
But in that sort of vein, I had a thought today while I was on the way over here, which is there's been a number of internet inquiries where they say who would be the doctor if the doctor had been done in the US from the very start.
Oh, yes, yeah, I've seen
and they've
that.
got like people like what's his name from Willy Wonka as
Oh,
the
Gene
fourth
Wilder.
Doctor.
Gene Wilder.
the fourth Doctor,
Totally.
that sort of thing.
That would be so cool.
So what female actor would you have now if the Jodie Whittaker Doctor had been a US Doctor?
Ooh.
And I'll start you off. I thought Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I would probably go
Sarah Michelle Gellar's kind of dropped off.
for the lady who plays Dr. Smith in Lost in Space.
Oh, I haven't seen that. Obviously the new Lost in Space, not the one
the
from the
Netflix one.
60s.
Yeah, Posey Parker or something.
Parker Posey. Yeah,
Oh,
Parker
I
Posey's
do
a
know
good
her.
choice.
Yeah, she's good. She's great. I could see that.
Yeah, or Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. That'd be an expensive series.
Yeah, but it's the US. They've got the money.
Well, that's
Yeah, true. Yeah. Also, they would have made like 6 movies by now.
Yeah, they would have. Yeah, oh yeah, you'd be over it by now. Oh, another Doctor Who movie.
O says they should focus on finding the Spy Master, and that's when I started to suspect that O was a double agent.
Or a triple agent.
Yeah, triple agent. Because I was like, oh, they haven't done the double cross. And I was like, he's going to double cross them somehow.
He's gonna triple cross them.
Yeah, he's going to triple X cross them.
No,
Ride or die.
I was so invested in him. I liked him so much. I was convinced he was a good guy.
I was invested in him like throughout the whole thing, but yeah, when he said that, I was like, oh, we haven't done the double cross yet.
Yeah, I just didn't think he would be the double crosser. Isn't that funny? But anyway, I thought maybe Stephen Fry would really be alive and be the double crosser.
Oh, that would have been good too.
Could still happen.
Yeah, it could still happen. The Doctor offers O a trip in the box, and his mind is blown when he enters the TARDIS.
But doesn't say it's bigger on the inside.
Yeah, he just says, "Oh my god," or "Shut up," or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah,
What's in the box?
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
maybe that's he's seen inside of it, but he's just commenting on it looks different because
Yeah.
he doesn't say it's bigger on the inside.
Let's change the desktop settings.
Upgrade to Windows 10.
Yeah. That's why they can never get what they wanted.
It is very telling that everybody always says it's bigger on the inside, except for Clara, the original Clara, who said it's smaller on the outside. But when you go back and watch it, you go, hang on, everyone else says it. Why didn't he?
The group suits up, heading to Barton's party, with Jodie wearing the gorgeous blue eyes, bow tie, and they head to Barton's party. Squeeze!
It gets a lot of airtime too, doesn't it?
Yeah, and hopefully it's going to be worn a lot for the second episode as well.
Oh, it's gorgeous. I love it.
I believe as of this morning, there's still some available on the website as well.
We've got one. Nicchia and I both bought one.
Nice.
Have you
Yeah.
worn yours yet, Nicchia?
No, I'm still trying to learn how to tie it. And also it's
Yes.
in such a beautiful box. I'm scared to grab it, touch it.
Given that it's made from the same material, or the ones that you buy are made from the same material as the one in the show, I think I'd have to put it in like a display case.
Yeah.
Like tie it once, put it in a display case.
Becktech made me open mine.
I did not make you do
Eventually,
anything.
I was going to try it on, but I wasn't.
Yeah,
I don't know if I
where
was
is it
ready
now, Adam?
to
Where
break the
is it
seal,
now?
and you made me break the seal.
Where is it now, Adam?
Yeah, where is it now,
My
Adam?
book. It's in the garage.
Up your butt.
He's secretly Christopher Walken.
No, mine's in my display case, and I am going to cosplay that outfit. Because
So cool.
even my husband rang me and said, if you don't cosplay that outfit that she's wearing, you're mad. It's fabulous.
Did he ring you and say, if you don't cosplay that outfit next time you come up to see me, I'll be very disappointed?
I'll divorce you.
Yeah. Oh, David loves a woman in a suit, I think.
So if your tie's up your butt, is it like, you know, that cherry stem trick? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
how you actually just tie your ties?
Yeah, with his butt cheeks.
He's clenching right now. He's trying to tie it as we speak.
And then it'll pop out already.
Yeah. Oh. Now I've compared these scenes because this scene where they come out of the TARDIS and the scene where the Doctor goes. The name's Doctor, the Doctor. I've compared those scenes to what were in the original trailer, and it looks like they've edited out O from those scenes in the trailer because he's not in them, but he's in the scenes in the show.
He is.
Oh, yeah.
He is, but he is right behind. If you look, you could just see his shoulder. I've looked at it. He's right behind Yaz or Ryan, one of them. There's just a shoulder.
But when they show them coming out of the TARDIS, he's standing right in front of the TARDIS.
Yeah.
And in the trailer, he's not there.
Yeah, no, he's been edited out of the trailer. Or the trailer was, they cut different scenes for it.
Or they filmed it twice just
Yeah.
for the trailer. You
Well,
know?
they could have too, yeah.
They did a really good job hiding O, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, there was no announcement. There was nothing. He was just...
No. I went back and had a look at some of the news articles, and there was no announcement of this guy being in it because there was a lot of press because he's also in Dracula as well, Stephen Moffat's Dracula. So there was a lot of press about him being in that. None of it being about in Doctor Who.
I'm so looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Dracula looks really good.
Apparently there was a Doctor Who reference in it too, in Dracula.
The Dracula went, "Come into my TARDIS, blah."
Wow. That's
Not to him,
racist.
but apparently one of the characters talks about a lovely bartender that they met at the Rose and Crown, which is... Remember Clara, the first Clara, Victorian Clara, worked at the Rose and Crown?
Ah, okay. I thought you were going to say they met a nice bartender called Alonzo.
Yeah, or a waitress or...
Alonzo. Now, they go into the party, and Daniel Barton is upstairs watching a video of Yaz and Ryan breaking into his office.
Got 400 hits on YouTube at that point.
The party has a Casino Royale theme, so they have a bit of fun blending in. Ryan and Graham wing big at roulette, but is it actually their money they're gambling? Because they act like they're rich.
Well, I think winning anything... I win $27 on Lotto and think I'm rich, for God's sake.
Oh, congratulations. I didn't know you were a winner.
Yep.
So you technically won Lotto. Like,
One lot.
There is history of the Doctor providing people with money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like time-appropriate money.
Yeah. They come back and they're rich and they're like, fuck you, we don't need to travel anymore.
it's just like, I gave you money to go buy clothes and food. And you gamble it.
I love the Doctor playing blackjack.
Yeah. She keeps asking for cards until she gets a match and yells, snap! Turns out she doesn't know how to play either game properly.
That would be me. Totally.
That was so cool. I loved it.
The funny thing, or not the funny thing, but the interesting thing is there's two things that a lot of people on the internet who didn't like it say. They hate her saying, I'm the Doctor.
Yeah.
They thought that was porny. And they didn't like her doing the snap with the blackjack. Oh, that's just a cheap laugh. But I thought it was in character.
It's so weird because it reminds me of, we watched the Christmas Carol, and in that, Matt Smith's Doctor tries to do magic, and he goes, is this your card? And the kid goes, no. And he goes, oh, well, magic's rubbish anyway. It reminds me of that.
Yeah, yeah. Me too. I mean, I know the 10th Doctor probably would have known how to play blackjack.
Yeah.
But Matt Smith or Jodie Whittaker, they've forgotten.
The Doctor corners Barton and basically asks him what his evil plan is. She puts all of her cards on the table and gets nothing back from him. So, great spy work?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, isn't that the Doctor? She just kind of waltzes in and says, so, what are you doing? What's up now? Didn't Matt Smith try that once and they didn't tell him anything? And he said, oh, it's never worked.
One day it'll work.
Yeah. Next time, Doctor. Next time.
One day someone will go, let me tell you.
Barton flees, but the Huubi gang are close behind on Barton's own motorcycles.
Hang on, in the gambling scene before we move on,
Yeah.
didn't you think that O and Yaz were getting a bit close?
I did, yes.
Yeah.
That's why I thought that's what's kind of cemented to me that he was going to double cross them. Because I was like, Yaz is going to fall for him and then he's going to,
Yeah, she's leaning into him a bit and yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was going to be like, James Bond, they wouldn't show O and Yaz, spending the night together, but it would be their version of that, basically.
Yeah, I thought there was love.
And then he's going to go, the name's Bond, James Bond. Well, I don't know why I'm doing a Sean Connery impression while Scott Driscoll's in the room.
Yes.
Yeah, we've got Sean
what?
Connery.
You've given the joke away.
What joke?
Oh.
You'll have to edit it out.
The joke is that no one commented on that episode.
Didn't they?
I loved that episode.
Wow. Well, to all those people out there that didn't comment on my episode, you're all a bunch of bastards.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Sean Connery.
Yeah, that's right.
I just don't know if people liked it or not. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. They didn't say anything.
No news is good news.
Yeah, I suppose. Barton's driver informs him he's being chased by his own motorcycles, and Barton asks, "What do I pay you for?"
Yeah.
Surprisingly, the driver doesn't turn around and go, "I'm driving, mate. I was just giving you a bit more information."
Yeah.
Mind you, the driver seems fine in high-speed pursuits through vineyards, and also when Barton hangs out the window and starts shooting at people. So maybe he's in on it.
Yeah, good thing he's a bad shot.
Thankfully, the only thing Barton could hit is the handlebar of the mustaches of the motorcycles.
Handlebars of the mustache.
Yeah, okay. I said mustache instead of motorcycles. Thankfully, the only thing Barton could hit is the handlebars of the motorcycles.
Yes. He went to the Stormtrooper School of Shooting.
Well, I would actually argue that those are the hardest parts of the motorcycles to hit, considering how thin they are compared to the rest of it. So Barton is a great shot.
If he was aiming at the handlebars.
Yeah.
Because, compared to the people behind them, you'd have to be really unlucky to just hit the handlebars.
Or it could be that that's just where the special effects crew are having to
Yes,
squeeze.
yeah. O wants to know if every day with the Doctor is this exciting, and Yaz, who just suffered a near-death experience, gleefully quips, "Mate, this is one of the good quiet days.
Yeah.
You almost died."
Again.
Yeah. At Barton's private airport, he takes off in a passenger jet. The Huubi gang give chase and pull themselves into
Are
the plane.
you just adding more O's every single fucking
The
time you
just
say
the one.
Huubi gang. No, it's just the one O.
Yeah.
There weren't
Stabbing
multiple
the pen.
O's. There might be in the next episode.
Not for you, even.
What if the Master is just a really big fan of Jet Li's The One, and he's going around killing like every Doctor in every dimension?
Ah, interesting. Interesting. Or was it Time Cop? Was another one as well where they did that?
And Thanos.
Parallel dimensions, yeah. He's going around killing all the Doctors.
Maybe he's already killed the Doctor in his reality.
That's what I'm thinking, yeah.
Maybe he is the Doctor from his reality.
A bad Doctor. A doppelganger.
Ooh. And the Doctor from his reality is called the Master, and the
Yeah.
Master is called the Doctor.
Yeah. So no difference, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Barton gets a call in the cockpit of the plane, but it's a private number, so it's probably just a telemarketer.
Cockpit.
Cockpit bomb.
I'd like to talk to you about your energy plan.
I'm in the middle of a plan, mate. O is the last on the plane and mentions how he's never very good at sprinting. The Doctor says, "What?" And that's when I was certain that O was the big bad. It was going to be a big double cross.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I still didn't think he was going to be the Master.
Yeah. In the main cabin, the Doctor calls out O. His file states that he's a champion sprinter. Now, I thought that he was going to come up with an excuse and reveal himself in the second episode. Something like, "Oh, it's been a while since I ran."
The air's thinner in Australia. I can't run as fast. I'm out
Yeah.
of condition.
He gets caught once and he's like, "Fuck it, I'll just reveal who I am."
I think he's been desperately waiting for her to cotton on.
Yeah.
I mean, he looks so
Yeah.
excited. You know, he has that moment of indecision and then the eyes change and he goes, "Got me."
Hmm.
And, oh my God, I think he's been busting for her to work it out since the beginning.
Yeah.
Well, I think he's decided he's going to reveal himself on the plane because Barton gets the phone call before O is even on the plane. So he must have known that he was going to reveal himself as the Master on the plane because otherwise, why replace the pilot with a bomb?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Pilot is the bomb.
How did the plane take off if nobody was flying it?
Maybe we'll find out in the second episode.
Same as the self-driving car, I suppose.
Yeah.
Wizard did it.
Self-driving plane.
So obviously the Master's teleported off and the house is his TARDIS.
Oh, yeah, definitely. That was so cool. They look out the window and it's just flying beside them.
I love the flying house. And it was bigger on the inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love when he says, stick with me, Yaz.
Yeah, he controls everything, even them. Oh, I love it. So good. O did tell the Doctor to search for the Spy Master. The Spy Master. Dun, dun, dun.
The look on Jodie's face as she realises is just incredible. Such good acting. I felt that pain and I felt that, oh my God, no, he's back. Damn him.
I thought she was just a bit pissed off she has to explain everything to the fam. She's like, oh, shit.
No.
Oh, my ex turned up and revealed a bunch of stuff. Ugh.
But who did the Doctor meet at MI6? Well, that was also the Master, who shrunk down the real O on his first day at MI6 and took his place, keeping him in a matchbox close to his heart.
I didn't get that part, like, at all.
Yeah. It was a nice little joke, but it opens up this confusing hole because apparently he switched places with him on his first day. But wouldn't MI6 have pictures of people they hired?
Yeah, but the Master made himself look like...
Yeah, and
Oh, that's the thing. Did he regenerate into the O or...
the Master is known for stealing people's bodies too.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. So much like the 1996 TV movie.
Eric Roberts.
Yeah, but he also stole the body of Nissa's father.
He couldn't have stole the body because he had the miniaturized body.
Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully that'll be explained. I mean, I know when he said, oh, it's the tissue compressor, it's a classic, which it was a callback to classic Doctor Who.
Yeah.
But I was going to say, it's a classic shit thing. I used to do.
Oh, come on. The tissue compression eliminator is awesome.
Oh.
I was hoping that they were going to take out the mini O, put it in water, and it would regrow.
Oh, that'd be so cute.
Maybe that's how you fix them.
yeah.
Just nobody's done it yet.
Or you put them in the oven.
Yeah, yes.
Oh.
No, that would shrink them further.
Yeah, like shrinkies. But he did it to Tegan's aunt.
Oh, God.
He shrunk her.
Yeah.
Honey, I shrunk my companions.
Honey, I'm the Master.
Yeah, honey, I shrunk your aunt.
Also, what about O's friends and family? Have they never been like, you never come round for Christmas?
Oh, he's been on secondment 4 times. He's had a detached retina.
Detached retina hernia, and he's been travelling.
Yeah.
No wonder he's living in the outback.
Yeah. The Master throws away the matchbox with the original O in it. I wonder if this will come back in part 2 or if it was just a throwaway joke.
Be interesting to see if it does.
Yeah, we'll see.
God damn it, Adam.
I think it's a throwaway joke.
Yeah, I think so too.
But Tish.
I love it when he jumps up and down and he's clapping his hands and he goes, oh, I've been so excited, you know, just great.
Yeah, so I've already seen this version of the Master referred to as the Hot Camp Master.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
At least one place called him the Hot Camp Master because they think he's very camp.
I got excited, not necessarily camp.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he claps his hands together, I was like, oh, maybe that's a bit too much. But, you know, I think he's having fun.
Now, he's chewing every piece of scenery he can
yeah.
get hold of.
Oh, yeah. And then if you see the clips for next time trailer, there's one where he just looks so malevolent and evil. So they've got the perfect actor because he's not just going to have the whoa and the crappy mustache. He's going to have that gamut of emotions the same as Missy did or John Sims.
Yeah. But I love when the Doctor tries to use the sonic on the cockpit bomb and he, like, loses his temper so badly. Yeah. He's like, I am not that stupid, man. Seriously.
How long have you known
He's
me?
kind of disappointed at the Doctor.
Yeah, and when he says, it's got a short fuse, I can relate. So this is a different Master. This is going to be an interesting Master, I think. Very interesting.
The bomb explodes, destroying the cockpit of the plane, which starts to go down. The Master tells the Doctor that everything she thinks she knows is a lie before teleporting. What do we think that's in reference to?
Is it everything she thinks she knows about herself?
It's not the Master, it's the Rani.
Well, that's what I think. I think that it's going to be more Time Lords come through, and we're going to see the Rani, we're going to see Rassilon, we're going to see, you know...
The Meddler.
The Minister of Chance.
The host, the commander, the artist, the jester, the administrator, the nerd, the passive aggression, the weirdo, the aliens, the dream crusher, the novice, all of the ones we've got up on our Time Lord names.
Is it that, or is it just this particular story? Everything she thinks she knows about what's happening right now, or is it about Time Lords in general?
Maybe he was referring to the fact that they filmed in South Africa, and he's like, you thought it was Australia, but it was actually South Africa.
It's very meta.
Yeah, it's very meta.
Or is it the companions? They're not who she thinks they are.
They're all the master.
Yes! That would be amazing.
Oh, that would be awful.
Yeah, doctor, I don't have dyspraxia. I have the master.
They've all always been the master.
Yes, the whole time. And Grace was the master as well, and they were like, oh, she fucked up our plan.
Yeah, no, it's either bigger than her, or it's contained within the adventure. I don't know.
I hope it's bigger than her.
I hope it is.
The master has been known to lie.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Well, the Doctor lies too.
We know there's going to be a story arc through the season, so...
Yeah.
And why did he leave everyone else on the plane and send the Doctor to wherever she is, which is horrifying to her? I thought he'd take Yaz with her. He's quite keen on her.
Hee hee hee.
Hee hee hee.
The glowing aliens called the Kasavan in the credits grab the Doctor and teleport her away.
Sabi, because some people thought they were the Vord or the Vood or another one from...
Oh, yes, I saw that.
Yeah, but they had human form.
And then apparently on the Vord planet, they also get turned into Cybermen because there's a reference in a comic, and then apparently that was mentioned in World Enough of Time. So it could just be the Cybermen again.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they don't take our form to mock us.
The shapes have got those little handles on the side.
And the Vord have like a pointy thing on top as well.
Yeah.
So
Although it looks a bit more like a pretzel, I think.
it could just be a new creature. So these pretzels are making me thirsty. I had to say it because you were going to say it.
Is that the only Seinfeld reference you know?
That's the only Seinfeld reference you say.
Hello.
I say others. You just don't get them.
It's all Nicchia speaks in is Seinfeld references.
Who Ubi gang?
Ooh, big gang.
Who began?
I was very proud of myself when I came up with that.
Yeah, I'm sure you were.
Oh,
Snaps to you, baby.
yeah. Oh, baby, give me those snaps.
Yeah.
Oh god, not if you're going to go off with
Yeah, no.
Yaz, Ryan and Graham are left screaming, holding on for their lives as the plane descends. The Doctor finds herself in the same alien forest that Yaz was in before, calling out, "No, no, no," as we pull back and the credits roll.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh. So does she recognize the place that she's in? That's what I'm thinking.
I feel like she does.
That's the feeling that you get from
Yeah,
it.
I've got that. She's not going, I wonder where I am. She's going, oh my God. Is she in the void between reality?
Yeah, like in the solar tract.
Yeah.
Somewhere on Gallifrey.
Yeah.
Like the cloister, underneath the cloister things.
Yeah, yeah.
Is she in someone's aquarium?
Or when they had the Daleks, and remember they had the Daleks and the Cybermen trapped in the void.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Rose nearly got trapped in the void, except her dad, Pete, saved her.
Maybe she's going to pull out 3D glasses.
Has she been shrunk down by the tissue compression eliminator, and is she in the carpet?
Yes!
Oh!
Oh, man, that would be insane. And it's static electricity?
Yeah.
The glowing aliens are the borrowers?
Yeah.
I like it.
All right, that's it. That's the one. Mix the Terry Pratchett with...
Yeah. The Doctor meets the carpet people.
Could we have the Wombles?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Or it could be Gallifreyan heaven.
Yeah.
Ooh, or hell.
Throw wide the doors of the BBC costume department.
I don't know, but I cannot wait, and I'm so glad that I've only got 2 sleeps, and then I'll know.
Yeah.
That's it. Does anything else anyone wants to talk about for Spyfall Part 1? Is there any theories you have for Spyfall Part 2?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I don't think all of our questions will be answered. I think some of them are going to go through to the end of the series.
And I hope the Master is going to be the at least appearing at the end as well. Like, I hope it's not a 2-episode thing. And I hope that when they finally get rid of the Master in this season, that they don't go, oh, we killed him, because we all know he's going to be back again.
Yeah, eventually.
Yeah.
In another phase.
Don't kill him. The Doctor Who world is always better with the Master around. I mean, sometimes he's off doing chaos in other places, and sometimes he's just picking on the Doctor.
And as we've seen, he's often sometimes in another place doing something completely unrelated to the Doctor.
Yes.
Often, sometimes.
You know, he has a life. It's not like he's obsessed.
Unlike some people.
Yeah. What are you doing later, Adam? Are you going to ring me? How many times are you texting me? You haven't texted me for a while.
I am obsessed. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with Doctor Who, not with you, Nicchia. Look, because it has nothing to do with you. It's just Doctor Who. Just put on the costume and I will speak to you.
Yeah, no, I like the spy themes. That was lots of fun. Doctor, which is obviously the callback to James Bond. That's super nice. The box is full of gadgets because my provenance with James Bond started with Roger Moore, so which was very gadget heavy. So I do love the gadgets.
And I've never really been into James Bond. So.
Okay.
Me though, yeah.
Yeah. So, but I know spy things.
You don't know what you're missing.
Well, you know,
Lots
especially
of
Daniel
fucking.
Craig seems very serious.
They're very gritty, very realistic and grim and
They're still good.
modern.
And it's like I can get the same thing from Batman anyway, you know.
No, I think if you went back and looked at some of the Roger Moore James Bond films, I think you'd have a good time with those. Especially Moonraker. Moonraker's my favourite.
Moonraker!
Yeah, and Sean Connery.
Yeah, Sean Connery's good, but he didn't have quite the same sort of gadgety feel that Roger Moore did.
I am disappointed that we don't have like an Adele theme for Doctor Who.
Hey, they
You
could
get
have
Billy
asked.
Piper to do it.
Yes!
Oh wow, that would be great.
I enjoyed Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah, Stab was good.
Why do you want to be in Spyfall? Because I'm the Doctor. All right, and look, we've polled our listeners on Facebook as well. 44 people voted on our Facebook page, so they have seen the episode so far, and we'll post again the poll once we release this episode, so you can also post your vote. But 44 people voted. 29 out of those were 5s.
Yep.
Out of 5, and the average score for everybody was 4.5. So wow.
Yeah.
That's a
You
good score.
love Spyfall. I think we did too.
Yeah.
I'm hesitant to give it a score simply because we've still got the second episode to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it could just fall in a heap.
You don't have a score for this particular episode?
Look, I'm sitting at around 4 to 4.5.
Okay.
I thought it was beautifully shot. Like the acting was great. The revelation of the master was well done. I liked the creatures. The fact that we didn't know exactly what they were, leaving something to the imagination. I think it loses a point or a half a point because they could have shot in Australia and they didn't.
Yes. So you're going to give it a tentative 4.5?
Look, I'm going to give it a tentative 4.5.
Okay. I'm just going to give it a straight 4.5. I loved it. I was going to give it a 5, but then there are a couple of things that, you know, it is an instant classic, I think, and hopefully the next episode will be just as good, so we can have the Doctor Who movie that we've all been waiting for, and we can, you know, watch that, have that as a yearly tradition or something.
Yeah. That'd be nice.
But I loved it. I thought it was great. I loved the reveal of the Master. I was yelling at the TV. Like, I was so disappointed that people have been ruining it for people, because it's like, you need to go in and not have it spoiled.
Yeah, even the BBC are ruining it for people.
Nicchia, what score would you give it out of 5?
On its own, and, you know, you're right, it could all fall in a heap in part 2. But as it is, I'm giving it a 5. I loved it. I was excited. I was engaged. There was not one part of it where I went, nah, it's a 5. Let's hope that they don't ruin it for the second part, but I would watch that first part and have watched it about 5 times already.
There's a lot packed in for 60 minutes. It's crazy. It feels like a movie all by itself, basically.
Yeah.
It does. I liked it. There are times when I've watched new series episodes and gone, no, that was good, but it hasn't. I've been just a little bit sort of disappointed. This one, I was jumping, I was laughing, it's a 5 from me, easy 5.
Oh, it's awesome. Yeah, I think we all really enjoyed it. And Beck, what would you like to give it?
I would definitely give it a 4.5. I think the fact that they took a whole year off sort of shows in the production value of not doing it in a whole year. They definitely would have taken more time to edit out, you know, sort of the more pedantic details of things, like how they did a whole different trailer for it. I would love to be able to know whether or not they actually did do a second take of it without the Master in the background. But yeah, as I said, like, they could have filmed in Australia, but they chose not to. Like, I thought it would be just as, not that much further away from South Africa to like Perth or something, or Western Australia.
But I suppose if they're already in South Africa and you can make it look like Australia, it's cheaper.
I guess that's how who was it, Nikki Wilson, remember how she replied to us on Twitter? Maybe that's what she was insinuating.
We've been trying to get to ask people if they can come film in Australia, and of course Nikki Wilson was like, never say never.
Yeah,
maybe she already knew that they had a scene that was set in Australia
because she was on. Did she write that episode, or did she
No,
directed?
she's the producer. She's the
producer. Okay, yeah.
It doesn't matter to me that it's South Africa. Yes, I'd like them in Australia, but the fact that Australia's in it, that, you know, the Doctor lived there for 123 years. God knows what she did. But yeah, I'm cool as.
I thought the Australian accents were really good.
Yeah.
When they first speak to them, I was like, "Oh shit, are they Australian actors?"
Yeah,
but
I
then
thought
as
they
they
were.
go along, they get a bit more
Yeah.
South African.
Yeah.
But yeah, when they first started talking, and the chatter online, people are like, "Oh my god, they filmed in South Africa. They filmed in Australia." It's like, no, it's South Africa. Other people are going, "Oh my god, this whole episode was filmed in the UK." It was like, "Oh no, it was filmed in South Africa." Like, people aren't pinpointing, "Oh, well, that is definitely South Africa." You know?
I definitely was questioning it whether it actually was secretly filmed in Australia, because like it's really hard to sort of recreate that Australian outback look in other countries.
Yeah, with the trees and with the red. Yeah, look, it looked really good. And I know people say the South African and Australian accents are quite similar in we've got the flat R's and things, which makes it easier probably for us to do each other's accents. But I thought that the two characters sounded very Australian, because I was kind of listening to see if I could hear the South African, and I didn't. So kudos to those two actors.
Well, the accent, of course, is got a little bit more Dutch in it.
yeah.
Yeah.
We haven't got as many Dutch in us.
Yeah, but it's the flat R's, and that's why the American and the English have trouble with the Australian accent, and the New Zealand, because we've got really flat R's.
Damn those flat R's. Is that like flat Earth?
Yeah, it's like
Sure,
flat
why
Earth,
not?
but a flat R or a flat
We're not
arse.
starting that podcast.
I think all R's are flat because you can't see the horizon.
Yeah,
I deny that there is a silent P.
so I'm a flat R denier.
Nice.
All right. Thank you very much, Scott. Do you have anything you'd like to plug?
I will always be plugging Act React Theatre. We've got the show Speed, the movie, the play, coming up in Perth Fringe and then at the Brisbane Comedy Festival.
Awesome.
I will always plug Impro Mafia. We've got some exciting stuff happening this year, which will be being announced soon.
And you were very good. I have to say, you were very good in Die Hard, the movie, the play.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was
Fantastic.
Such a fun play.
Yeah.
It sold out every show, and I was
Yeah,
actually
Wow.
ushering
Really,
a
really
couple of
enjoyed it,
nights you
yeah.
were doing it too.
Snaps to you, Scott.
Yeah. I've done two shows now with Act React Theatre that we haven't, as a cast, had to promote ourselves on Facebook to go, hey, look, there are tickets still available. So
Wow.
Speed, the movie, the
God.
play in Sydney, and Die Hard, the movie, the play here in Brisbane. We
Wow.
didn't have to do any personal pimping, which was great.
And when will you be doing Doctor Who, the 1996 TV movie, the play?
We're still working on that.
Okay, all right.
We're in negotiations with Sir Sean Connery and...
I was going to say, are you going to play Eric Roberts?
Yeah.
or-
Yeah, I'll play the master. And Act React Theatre and Impro Mafia and that sort of thing. So, yeah.
And Nicchia, anything to plug?
Just my Facebook page, Nicchia Short Comedy.
As always, you can follow Adam O'Sullivan Comedian on Facebook and visit thenerdinfinite.com. As I've said, I have not updated either of those in a very long time.
Yeah, you suck. No snaps for you.
Yeah, I do. Well, you would know how badly I suck.
What?
I know.
That's a bit for the adult episode.
Sound of crickets chirping to be edited in here.
It's
Sounds
been a
of
great
crickets being sucked
disappointment.
Ew. Beck?
You can follow my artworks on Facebook and Instagram. It's rwolf.art.
Get the word out. Scott, do we have a suggestion of a location and an item?
We have a location, which is the Dapto RSL, and the item is a steamroller.
A steamroller. You might be hanging out at the Dapto RSL, which kind of sounds like DARPA, so it's a secret government organisation hidden underneath the RSL. You go in and you ask for what's an expensive beer?
I don't drink, so I couldn't tell
Yeah,
you.
what's a nice expensive beer? Stellar Artois. And that instantly takes you down to the secret lab because nobody orders that. They all order Winnie Blues and fucking 4X Gold, mate. So you go down there and you're a secret agent working on your secret agent stuff, and one night as you're leaving, you look over, you see a giant steamroller. What's that doing? Well, you couldn't hear it because you were listening to D4WH, which gets you through the workday. But as you stand there looking at it, it starts coming closer and closer. And it's like that scene from Austin Powers, and they're like, no! The steamroller keeps coming, no! No! Keeps going, no!
Get out of the way. No.
And it turns out you're actually saying no to me because you can hear me in the episode going, Ubi gang.
No.
You're like, no!
Boo.
And then the steamroller crushes you and you're like, oh, thank God, I don't have to hear him say, Ubi gang.
Oh, God.
Until next time, keep searching the skies for the Doctor.
Bye.
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 This has been a production of the Nerd Infinite. And then the sound of dragons spitting fire and stuff. What? Why are you looking at me like that?
Her Ubi gang.
Oh, God.